That's right.
Hey guys, what's up? This is a video I didn't want to make, but it's just something I feel like needs to happen. I need to do it, almost being led to do it. This one's very important in my opinion right now, and it has to do with Black Lives Matter. I mean, what you do is you dissect the information and literally take it line by line and see what it says. So that's what I want to do today. I want to go to blacklivesmatters.com. You know, the saying Black Lives Matter, that's not a bad saying. But Asian lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter. So Black Lives Matter is not a bad saying. Black Lives Matter, the organization, you tell me if this is an organization you can get behind. And you make your own decision, which is not popular in today's culture, is to take information and make your own decision from the information that you've been given. So I encourage you to go to it. I'm on it right now, blacklivesmatters.com. First thing I notice is BLM is very clear on who they are. It's very clear on what actions they want. Black Lives Matter is easy to remember. I don't have a problem remembering that. Let's dive into it and see what Black Lives Matter says about themselves in their own words. So, we go to the section About Us. Black Lives Matter Foundation Incorporated is a global organization in the US, the UK, and Canada, whose mission is to eradicate white supremacy and build local power to intervene in violence inflicted on black communities by state and vigilantes. First thing that jumped off the page at me is global. Has nothing to do with American, United States, it's global. And violence intervention on vigilantes. Seems to me that their organization or their supporters have been very much vigilante-like. By combating and countering acts of violence, creating space for black imagination and innovation, and centering black joy. We are winning immediate improvements in our lives. Space for black imagination and innovation. NAACP maybe? Maybe one of the 107 historically black colleges and universities that you already have. I don't know. It seems like you got that covered here in the United States. But yet it's on your website and you see it moving. I mean, it seems to me that the black community has a lot of things that are black exclusive. I don't know of 107 white only universities or Asian only universities or Canadian-only universities. Seems like you've got the market cornered on that one here in the United States already. Wordsmithing going on, centering black joy. Okay, I can come up with wordsmiths too. Buying blue sadness. I mean, it's the same thing. Those are three words put together that mean nothing. Centering black joy. Okay, I've got one. Buying blue sadness. I'm going to run with that. So here we see it says, we affirm the lives of black, queer, and trans folks, disabled folks, undocumented folks, folks with records, women, and all black lives along the gender spectrum. But I'll tell you who is excluded from this if you actually sit down and read it. Guess what? White males who don't have a disability and are in the United States legally and have not committed a felony, you're out. You can't be a part of this. We are working for a world where black lives are no longer systematically targeted for demise. Whew, thank God we're in the United States of America. You ain't got to worry about that. But if you wanted to start somewhere in the United States, to the major metropolitan areas, and you go into the inner cities where there seems to be the most black on black violence, maybe that should be where you focus. That would be a good place to start if I was, wanting to be in Black Lives Matter, because it seems to me that that would be a good place to go if you really value black lives, since that's where statistically most of the deaths occur when it comes to the black Americans. Now we moved into what we believe section of the Black Lives Matter, to intervene when violence was inflicted on black communities by the state and vigilantes. And I could see that starting in the 50s, being, become real popular in the 60s, and then started in 2013. That's when it was inception. And by the way, do you know who was president in 2013? That is correct. That would be the black American Barack Obama was president of the United States when Black Lives Matter got its beginning in 2013. 2013. And it's 2020 now, that's 7 years ago. I don't remember a lot of white supremacy in 2013. I don't remember seeing anything on the news about it. In the years since, we've committed to struggling together and to impacting and creating a world free of anti-blackness, where every black person has the social, economic, and political power to thrive. Whew, again, thank God we're in America. You got all that right now. 2020, we've had a black president. We've got a bunch of black mayors now that run a lot of major cities. We've got black people represented in the Senate, the House. We've got black people on the current administration. We've got black athletes in every sport. We've even got Bubba Wallace in NASCAR. Well, NASCAR's, only got about 3 more races before they're canceled entirely, since they totally killed their entire fan base. But anyway, we've got black people in every work position known to man in the United States. Can you think of another country that exists in? Maybe Canada. I don't know. Do you see a lot of black folks in China? Japan? Russia? Give me a break. Give me a big break. You can't say that. You're a racist. Yeah, I know. Everything's racist. I got it. Go away. Our intention from the very beginning was to connect black people from all over the world who have shared a desire for justice and act together in their communities. Sounds simple enough. To connect black people from all over the world. You got that? I only want to connect black people. Not white, not Asian, not Hispanic, nope, only black. Black's all that matters. Through movement and relationship building, we have also helped catalyze other movements and shifted culture with an eye toward the dangerous impact of anti-blackness. Relationship building that I have seen during the last few months, I see that as burning private property, shooting innocent children, beating up on the weak, as long as you're not, black. Shooting David Dorn, a great black American that was killed in St. Louis. We don't even know who did that. Stealing things you didn't pay for, defacing public property, destroying historical monuments. Yeah, that's good relationship building. I see it now. I know every relationship in my life that has been productive to me and productive to society has included burning and destroying and hurting others. Give me a break. Continuing the work of our ancestors and fighting for collective freedom because it is our duty. You know what I'd be interested to see? It says here, the work of our ancestors. Where's your Ancestor.com tally sheet? Where's your lineage go to? Have you even done that? I think you should publish that, because you specifically say on here the work of our ancestors. Well, you may have came from Canadian royalty. We don't know. Every day we recommit to healing ourselves and each other and to co-creating alongside comrades, allies, and a family culture where each person feels seen, heard, and supported. comrades too, comrades. Where have I heard that before? Oh yeah, I know, Russia and the 80s. Some feel seen, heard, and supported. Except policemen, pigs in the blanket, fry 'em like bacon. Oh, and those 9 kids that were killed over the 4th of July holiday last week, black kids in inner cities, they are not talking about them either. Not white, non-disabled, legal citizen, heterosexual males, no, we're not talking about them either. People that descended from anybody in the South, we don't mean them. Basically anybody but whites. Unless you're gay or trans or both, then you can come on over if you're white. No, forget it, no, you're still white, you can't come over here. So see, where each person feels seen, heard, and supported. That's not true. It's incredible. We acknowledge, respect, and celebrate differences and commonalities. I dare you to give me one example, uno, of any form of respect and celebration that's ever been shown with Black Lives Matter that celebrates differences in the community. Have you seen that? Have you seen that demonstrated with Black Lives Matter? Seriously, think about it. Anybody can put words on a page, it doesn't make them true. Your actions define your feelings. And the actions of Black Lives Matter does not reflect what's shown on their website. So therefore it's a fraudulent organization. We're unapologetically black in our positioning. Good. I don't want you to apologize for being black. Who cares? Anyway, in affirming that Black Lives Matter, we need not qualify our position. Hey, is this CNN? Yeah, can you get, I need to speak to Don Lemon. You know, the newscaster there. Yeah. Hey, Don. Hey, man. How you doing, bro? You been on blacklivesmatter.com website? You need to see this, man. You need to read that top up there and what we believe. I mean, it says in there, affirming that Black Lives Matter. We need not qualify our position. Yeah, I hear you, Don. I'm serious. It's right there. I mean, you need to check this out, man. I mean, you know, you got all over Terry Crews the other day about, you know, Black lives don't really mean Black Lives Matter. Oh, it's right there in writing. Yeah, I'll check you out this weekend. Just holler at me. We'll see what's going on. Part of that. To love and desire freedom and justice for ourselves is a prerequisite to wanting the same for others. You want justice for others, huh? Well, that Officer Rolfe in Atlanta, who was attacked while making a DUI arrest, had a weapon stolen, had it fired at him twice. What about him? Do you want justice for him? No, you don't. What you want for him is your imposed justice. You don't want the justice of the 244-year history of American justice. You want mob justice. You want your justice. You want him punished because he's not black. Sequoia Turner, the 8-year-old girl that was shot in Atlanta this weekend by Black Lives Matter protesters around this same area, or the exact same area at the Wendy's that's been burned down where Officer Rolfe had his confrontation. What about her? Well, where's her justice? You know, where's her justice in all this? What a joke. We're guided by the fact that all Black Lives Matter. Hey, Don, what's up, man? It's me again, Matthew. Yeah, I know. Twice in one day, I know. But seriously, have you seen blacklivesmatter.com? It says they're guided by the fact that all Black Lives Matter. Don, come on. It's right there, man. Okay, I'm sorry. It's www. I'm Don. Don Lemon, come on, man, you're on CNN. It's right there. It says we're guided by the fact that all Black Lives Matter. I mean, Terry Crews tried to tell you that. Yeah, we're probably going to grill out this weekend. I'll holler at you, Don. I mean, come on. All right, man. We build a space that affirms black women and is free from sexism. Men are centered. Here's your little fun fact. According to Afro, which granted, self-proclaims the black media authority. While 74.3% of all white children below the age of 18 live with both parents, only 38.7% of African American minors can say the same. In environments in which men are centered, we build a space that affirms black women and is free from environments in which men are centered. According to Afro, 38.7% have two parents. 60-something% don't have two parents. So, and they say it's not the male that's present in Afro, the Black Media Authority. So that seems like it's a problem instead of a solution, yet according to Black Lives Matter, that's one of their goals. 3 words: we practice empathy. That's on their website. That's a statement they have under about what we believe. Yeah, empathy is exactly the word that I've seen on TV and over news sources and in articles. Yeah, I've seen a lot of empathy. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another, especially our children, to the degree that mothers, parents, and children are comfortable. Of a Western nuclear family. Number one, I don't know that the nuclear family, which, is the traditional family described in the Bible of one man, one woman having children, is specific to Western culture. It seems to me that's the very problem that, according to many of the Black media outlets, is the problem in the African American community, is the homes are busted up. The mom's working 2 or 3 jobs to support the family, the dad's absent. I mean, why do you want to tear that up? There's only one answer to that. It's to break down the system, break down everything, burn it down. Villages, huh? They want villages. That's villages. Extended families and villages that collectively care for one another. How'd that Chaz Chop village work out for you over there in Seattle? Collectively care for one another, especially our children. How dare you say anything about children? You don't care about children. There was 9 kids killed over the 4th of July holiday, shot in major cities by Black Lives Matter protesters. What a horrible, despicable hypocrisy that is to have that on your website. We embody and practice justice, liberation, and peace in our engagements with one another. Justice, peace, I don't think I've seen any of that with BLM, but hey, it's a free country. Good thing it is. Was it Chaz or Chop? Wasn't it BLMers? Didn't 2 people die there, shot by the other people? There's a bunch of others shot too. How did that happen? Was Chaz Chop? It was all BLMers. So they're practicing justice and they embody peace? I wonder how that happened while they were engaging each other in that system. Hello, McFly. That's what they want for us. They want it for the whole country. Called 6 Years Strong. Obviously this hadn't been updated because, they started in 2013, 6 would be 19. They've been busy this year, they've had a lot of engagements. It says, we firmly believe our movement, which would later become an organization, needed to be a contributing voice for Black folks and our allies to support changing the material conditions for Black people. Well, you accomplished that. You definitely materially changed the lives of a lot of Black folks in Minneapolis, Chicago, Atlanta. You destroyed businesses that they worked at. You destroyed Black-owned businesses in those cities that probably employ predominantly Black people. You've run jobs out of the cities. I mean, there's a manufacturer in Minneapolis that said, hey, we're not coming back. We're going to Boise, Idaho. In a negative way, a little bit of collateral damage there with those peaceful protests the BLM's been doing. It says, we have been the consistent, we have been the consistent moral compass in a country that has thrived on harming the most vulnerable of its population. The only organization that I can think of that has harmed the Black community more since 2013 is Planned Parenthood. The New York City, or maybe in Philadelphia, the 92-year-old Black woman walking down the street and the Black guy just pushes her down, busts her head on the sidewalk. Not talking about that vulnerable. We're not talking about a white male. He's store clerk that was beat to death for saying something that, or accused of saying something he never said. Every black person who has fought for our dignity deserves the deepest bow of gratitude. Except Frederick Douglass, you know, up there in Rochester, New York, where you tore his statue down and threw it off into a canyon and totally destroyed it beyond repair. Not him. Guess what? He was black. Guess what? He lived during slavery. Guess what? He escaped slavery, and while slavery was actually ongoing during slavery, nope, he's not good enough, trash him, throw him down into the canyon, done away with him, gone. One, Abe Lincoln, he's white, can't have him. Surely not a Ulysses S. Grant. Oh, shut up, you can't have him on there, he's white. Oh, you're right, I'm sorry, my bad. We're doing that through our continued fight against elected officials. Here we go. Who don't share a vision that is radical and intersectional. Serious question. Serious question here. And I hope you're watching this and you're not a Trump supporter. Is Joe Biden going to fight this? Is he able to withstand this? Seriously, do you think he has the gumption to stand up against this? I only know one guy that's in the race for president in 2020 that even has a chance to fight this and beat it back, beat it down. Unify white, black, Asian Americans in this country that love America. I only know, don't you dare say his name. And that's Donald Trump in 2020. Oh my God, you're a racist. We have fought like hell for our freedom and will continue to fight like hell. Because we deserve more than what we have been given. Let me tell you where I come from. My mom was a bank teller. My dad was a welder. My mom put herself through school. My dad helped her when she was in her 30s. Went back and got her teaching degree and taught school for 30 years after that. My dad's 78 years old and he's still fabricating stuff in his shop. If you think you're entitled to be given something in this, you're not. Let me tell you something. You're given two things on this earth. The gift that's ever been given, that's salvation in Jesus Christ. It's a free gift. You get it because you were born. Second, the thing that you're given here in the United States is called capitalism. Capitalism leads to opportunity. Opportunity to change your life into which you were born. It's the only place on earth that exists where you can do that. You can be born dirt poor in America and die filthy rich. Deserve more than we have been given. You don't deserve crap. Get out and work for it. Because we deserve the healing and the transformation, and most importantly, we deserve to be free. Woo, thank God they live in America where they are free. I tell you, man, I can't imagine living in China. Please, somebody, anybody, just tell me one thing. One thing that a black person cannot do in the United States today. Her story, and it's all one word, pretty cool. Black liberation movements in this country have created room, space, and leadership mostly for black, heterosexual, cisgender men, leaving women, queer, and transgender people and others either out of the movement or in the background to move the work forward with little or no recognition. Bye guys, bros, hey, my black buddies that we fish together and all that, you need to wake up. Guess what? Right here's her story's telling. You're next. They're coming for you after if they ever get what they want. Programs of the blacklivesmatter.com, and here we see, help us fight disinformation. We need to see what you see. Black Lives Matter is a central target of disinformation, and you are a key line of defense. Report suspicious sites, stories, ads, social accounts, and post about BLM. Yep, they're worried about what others are going to say about them. You know what they're really worried about? They're worried about you having your own opinion. Interesting here, Webster's definition of racism. The belief that different races possesses distinct characteristics, abilities, or qualities, especially so as to distinguish them as inferior or superior to one another. Do you think what we've seen on their website is BLM racist? I mean, do you think they're racist based on Webster's definition? BlackLivesMatters.com campaign goals for 2020. Vigorously engage our communities in the electoral process. Millions of black Americans are repressed within the democratic process. Yet data shows black voters tipped the balance in 2018 midterm elections. Moving towards 2020, we seek to increase the power of our voices and votes. I tell you, that's a challenge. I mean, you got to go to the actual voting precinct, between, I think it's the hours between 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's showing that driver's license. That piece of plastic thing that you get that allows you to drive? That you show to a bartender when you want to get alcoholic beverage. The thing that sometimes the clerk asks for when you buy tobacco products at the store. The thing you pull out of your wallet when you get pulled over for speeding. It says, hey, it's a driver's license. Seriously, guys, getting a driver's license oppression? Who doesn't have a driver's license? Educate our constituents about candidates and the issues that impact us most. We will amplify and do a deep dive into the issues that affect our communities most and hold our candidates accountable on these issues. Joe Biden be held accountable for anything? I'm not even sure he can complete a full sentence. If you vote for Joe and he actually wins, who's running this country? Promote voter registration among Generation Z, the black community, and our allies. Generation Z, we will encourage and provide resources for those seeking to vote. Provide resources. You know what they're talking about there, guys? Mail ballots. There's your resources. Everybody that's registered, everybody that's above 18, gets their voting ballot mailed to them. Guess what? People go around, they buy them, they pick them up, they fill them out, they send them in their name. Don't let it happen. Seriously, in 2020, you can't go to the booth between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. and show your driver's license. Give me a break. BlackLivesMatter.com. Here's their campaign focuses for 2020. Racial injustice. I've seen some racial injustice. It ain't been against black folk. Sakorsky Turner in Atlanta, 8-year-old, killed, shot dead by BLM protesters. There's some racial injustice. Where you at, BLM? Brutality. Yes, if there is police brutality, it needs to be dealt with in a sensible way. Not defund the police. Criminal justice reform. Yep, that's working out well right now in Minneapolis and New York City and LA. 300 officers called in last night sick. LA is reeling right now. Black immigration. Flag on the play. Black Lives Matter. Everything you've seen. Give me one reason why any black person in the rest of the world would want to come to this systematically racist country. If it's true, why do they care about black immigration? They're not talking about black people leaving the United States. They're talking about opening it up so more black people can come into the United States. Why would you want to come to a place that was systemically racist? Answer. Because it's made up. This is the greatest place on earth. They want open borders so they can easily obtain power more easily. Come on. Economic injustice. They want wealth redistribution. I'm not rich. I wasn't born rich. Some people are in this country. Get over it. Go to work. LGBTQIA and human rights is one of their campaign goals. I don't even know what IA is. What's IA? IA doesn't stand for intelligent adult. Environmental conditions. Yep, I can see where BLM is concerned about the environment. All that carbon they release in there, burning that target. Whoa. Voting rights and suppression. It's a driver's license. Government corruption. Ilhan Omar, United States House Representative, hates this country. Thinks we should destroy it. She's elected. She's an immigrant. Where else on earth would you get that? Do you think China has anybody in government that's not Chinese? Think India has anybody in the Indian government who's not Indian? Do you think Saudi Arabia has anybody in the government that's not Saudi Arabian? The only country on the face of the earth that would actually have enough compassion and empathy to allow a legally immigrated citizen to become an elected official. Education. You can fix education. You can focus on the black family. You can focus on getting the fathers back into the households. Two-parent homes. That's how you can improve education. Common sense gun laws. Yep, as a gun owner and a Second Amendment supporter, I definitely want BLM telling me what's common sense. Come on, people. On this is July 6th. Well, let's see. July 6th is after July 4th and 5th. That's when Secorcia Turner was shot in Atlanta. Do you think there's any mention of her on this? No. Here's what their last news report of July 6, 2020 says. We know that police don't keep us safe. And as long as we continue to pump money into our corrupt criminal justice system at the expense of housing, health, and education investments, we will never be truly safe. So BLM's latest news mentions nothing of the 9 black children that were killed over the 4th of July holiday weekend. Don't keep us safe. That's like saying firemen don't put out fires. I'll tell you what's not on their website. I wonder what the net worth of the co-founders of BLM is in 2020 versus what it was in 2013. Other thing I'd be curious about is how much financially have the co-founders actually donated to their actual community? How much money have they put into the actual communities they live in? Do they still reside in the same place they did in 2013? Did they stay where they were at? Something else is not on here. I wonder where the co-founders of BLM's children go, if they do have any children. I don't know. I wonder where they go to school. Did they change schools at some point? I don't know. Be interesting to know. BLM have an audited financial statement. Could they make it public? I mean, it's an organization. People send them money. Corporations send them big checks. I mean, surely they have a financial statement. How much taxes has BLM paid over the course since 2013? Or they actually became incorporated, if they did become incorporated? You know, are there any non-blacks directly employed by Black Lives Matter? Or is it only black people? The merchandise they sell on this website, the shirts, the hats, the memorabilia, now, where's it manufactured? Guys, that's going to wrap this one up. And I mean, you know, some of this was done in joke, but it was serious, because words do matter. And what they have on their website represents what they are supposed to. Their actions do not represent what you just heard us, what we just went through. It doesn't. And I mean, they're a radical group that only wants to destroy America. And for whatever reason, I really don't understand why. This is not a systemically racist country. Statistics don't back them up. It has nothing to do with skin color. That's a distraction. That's all they're trying to make. I have black friends now. I fish with them. Kurt, you've seen him on this channel. I mean, race never comes up, because who cares? You know why? Because we're brothers in Christ. Kurt and I are. I mean, that's all that matters. It's love one another. I mean, it's that simple. But think about it. They want you to bow. This is the truth. Stand for the flag, kneel to the cross. Period. Anybody asks you to bow down from them, you don't bow down in front of nobody. The only person I bow down to is Jesus Christ. So, I mean, think about it. Don't just take spoon-fed information coming off TV and the news. It's fake. Read, see for yourself. Does their words actually do you see their words being lived out on the streets of America? No, you don't. But I tell you what, you do see the goals that they listed in the campaign and their political focus. Those are being lived out. Trump's the only option. Anyway, peace out. We're moving on from these rants. We're not doing any more of them. We're getting back to hunting and fishing. That's all it's going to be on here, guys.